We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Tonight, we've got a good matchup in store between the Chicago White Sox and the Chicago Cubs. Interleague Baseball comes your way next. John Lester, the southpaw out of the state of Washington, will be the starter. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's really struggled lately. ERA over 5 in his last 3 starts, so he's going to have to really improve on that one. Too many base runners, too many hits, and too many walks. He needs to get off to a good start and maybe throw up a 0 in the first inning.
Into the box, Leury Garcia, and we are set for baseball here this evening. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
First pitch, 7:07.
The windup and the 0-1.
1-1.
Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they've got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, taking a look at the standings right here, this team has a nice lead, comfortable. You always want to find yourself in a position where you're about 5 to 9 games, got the advantage. You don't. One series isn't going to totally kill you in the standings, and this team's sitting pretty right now.
Hot shot to third and handled for the first out. Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. How do they go about taking down their division rival, Mark DeRosa?
Yeah, Matty, this team has been putting up a lot of runs lately from top to bottom, just swinging the bat super nice, pass the baton mentality. Guys not trying to do too much, trusting in the teammates behind them.
No balls and a strike to count. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Good curveball there, gets the swing and miss.
Hey, obviously he had a pretty good gauge on that first heater right there. He was super aggressive, thought he was getting another one, slowed him down with the curveball. That's the cat and mouse.
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Ready now, Tim Anderson, and he's looking to snap out of what's been a rather dry spell at the plate. Now the first pitch here from Lester.
Well, even though these 2 teams are in different leagues, they do play each other every year because of the crosstown rivalry, and it's always pretty fun.
Yeah, and for the players, Matt, they love it. Not only is there...
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. Solid start to this one for John Lester. It's the White Sox nothing. Cubbies coming to bat. A Windy City showdown, and it's on the show. Ronaldo Lopez, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, one of the things this guy does really well, neutralize the left-handed hitters. On the season, lefties are hitting under 250 against this guy, so whatever he's doing against lefties, it certainly works.
Here's Chris Bryant now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. And guys, you take a look at the White Sox entering play here tonight. They begin this series feeling pretty good about the way things have gone as they come in riding a 4-game winning streak.
Yeah, guys, this is a dangerous team right now. Game 1 of a new series, coming off a sweep. Everybody's feeling good, swinging the bats red hot. This should be interesting.
And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs starting lineup. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, you have to be hoping that Chris Bryant can get it going soon. In the last 10 games, he's hitting under 250. He's a guy they need to hit a lot better than that because he's a big part of this ball club.
To the plate now, David Bodie. As he'll take a look at ball 1. Lopez has thrown a little over 110 innings so far, and through those innings he's posted a whip a little under 1.5. Certainly something he'd like to improve on. Hit in the air down the right field line, but this will wind up being a foul ball. Bodie, originally from the Centennial State of Colorado, he was taken in the 18th round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
Here's Javier Baez as you get a look at his current righty-lefty splits entering play in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. And set up behind the plate is Ricky Holiday as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Dan, we got Ricky Holiday behind the dish tonight. I can't figure his zone out. He doesn't favor the hitter or the pitcher and can be a little too inconsistent at times.
D-Row, you hit the nail right on the head. I think one of the things we're looking for a consistent zone. If it's a tight zone, it's a high zone. Have the same zone. His zone fluctuates a little bit too much for my liking during the course of a game.
The 1-2. That ball's headed for the gap in left center. He's got a base hit, possibly more. The throw into second. And the gamble will work out. He's in at second base with a 2-out double.
It's always nice to get something cooking in the first inning, even with 2 outs. Now your cleanup man steps to the plate and has a chance to drive in the first run of the game.
Next to hit will be Wilson Contreras as he'll send a ground ball down to third. Great effort on the dive, but it's through into left. Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score.
What a frustrating inning from a pitcher's standpoint, D-Roy. You get the first 2 out of the inning, the next guy doubles, and then you give up a 2-out base hit to drive in a run.
Yeah, you want to talk about on the complete flip side, firing up an offense. You see your 2 boys go down, 2 quick outs. You mix in a gapper right there. Double, finds himself on second base, and he's able to come through. Next guy's able to come through with a big 2-out knock.
Jason Hayward is in with 2 away as he takes a ball. 1-0. Turned on down the line. A dive, but it's off his glove.
The second baseman.
Now at the plate, Jason Kipnis. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. He's set. Here it comes. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1.
Tough situation early out on the mound, but if he can limit the damage right here, might build some confidence and get him rolling.
Good slider there, gets a swing and miss.
Well, he's in a bit of hot water in this first inning, but if he can start throwing his slider effectively like that, he has a lot better chance of settling into this game.
Ready with the 1-1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
It's not easy to continue pounding the strike zone when you've given up 3 consecutive hits, but he has to trust that getting the ball down in the zone will get him an out.
Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Out of the stretch, the 3-1 home. Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. We'll move ahead to the top of the second now. The Cubs are on top, 1-0. Stepping up now, Eloy Jimenez, hoping to stay hot. He had a couple of hits, including a home run yesterday. Breaking ball that drops in for a strike. Dangerous curveball that time, but laid off as it drops into the top of the zone. Out in front here is this one scorched foul to the left. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
One of the toughest pitches they hit, the straight changeup, right? El Cambio. Hadn't seen it in that entire at bat, but what happens? Gets the string pulled on him right there. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. 1-0 the count. Now here it comes. 2-0 now.
Pitching isn't always about getting everyone out. Sometimes it's about being smart and knowing when to pick your battles. He's been really careful with this hitter so far, and rightfully so.
Second inning here as the Cubs lead this one early 1-0. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Bodie has to range back a ways, but he makes the catch in front of the ivy for out number 2. So here's Yoan Moncada, and as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. Now the first pitch here from Lester. In there, no balls and a strike. A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. Down in order go the White Sox. It remains 1-0. And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate. He was 1 for 4 with a 2-bagger in yesterday's game.
Anthony Rizzo.
First pitch of the at-bat. Softly hit here to the left side. And that's going to be a base hit for Rizzo. With that, the Cubs get their leadoff man aboard.
Hey, sometimes that's how a rally gets started right there. I know it's a soft liner, but leadoff man on usually poses problems.
Into the box now, Ian Happ. And he's got that batting lineup near the 300 mark entering play. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A ball and no strikes.
Good fastball there. Didn't get the swing, but the guy at the plate isn't someone who chases many bad pitches.
A 2-ball, no strike count to the Cubs center fielder.
Non-competitive pitch right there, runs the count to 2-0, and he is ready to do some damage in the box.
2-1 after the foul ball there. Comes set, now the pitch. Lays off the changeup, and he's ahead in the count now, 3-1.
No reason to sit on anything other than hard stuff in a location you like and drive it right now.
And the 3-1. That misses. So a single and a walk, and it's first and second with nobody out.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
The pitcher, John Lester, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Perfect time for a mound visit right here. Just give him a breather, a chance to collect himself and get back to work.
And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now. Has a look, now the pitch. 3-0 now.
It's amazing how guys can lose focus sometimes when the weaker hitters come up, especially the pitchers. You got to stay on the attack and minimize pitches and get these guys out in a hurry.
Boy, and somewhat shockingly, he's bunting on 3-0, but he gets it down to Frazier at the bag. On to first, but not in time as he beats it out. Ready for another chance? Chris Bryant. And he's got runners at the corners here with only one gone. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Runners are at the corners with one man out. And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count and the pitch.
Wow, that was a pretty good 2-strike slider right there. I think that would fool them and the umpire too.
Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
All right, no more hoping he's going to chase. It's 2-2 now. You've got to come up with the best pitch right here because this is definitely a strikeout situation.
Moncada fields it cleanly to Frazier at the bag. Throw back to Abreu. They get them both, and the side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4 to 3 to end the threat. We're back with more on this Monday night. after this. Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Grandal is widely considered one of the elite backstops in the game. Of course, his skills behind the plate are well documented, and in a position like catcher, that makes a big difference for his team every night he straps it on.
And for obvious reasons. And he allows the pitching staff to throw any pitch, any count, knowing they can bounce that breaking ball and feel like it's coming right back to him. This guy, he is really one of the special defenders in our sport.
And with that, we give you a look here at what's happening in the race in the National League Central. In now, the power-hitting outfielder Nomar Mazara. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips in yesterday's game. First pitch on its way. A ball and no strikes.
Hey, a curveball that kind of backed up on him right there. Might have popped out of his hand just a little bit earlier than he intended.
And it's fouled away. The White Sox are still looking to break into the hit column here. Swing and a liner. But unfortunately, right at the shortstop for the second out. Settling in now, Ronaldo Lopez. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And Rizzo able to make the catch, and the inning is over. Make it 9 straight here to start the ball game. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Cubs lead this one 1-0. Coming to the plate now, David Bodie. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout.
The left fielder, David.
First pitch on its way. Down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Takes a pitch high and away for ball 1. Outside, 2-1. The pitch. Down the line and fair. That's a hit.
Hey, there's a base hit to lead off the third inning. Talk about having a lot of traffic, D-Roll. He's given up several hits already, so he's been in the stretch most of the game.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Dan. That is the name of the game for this offense. They're trying to get this guy in the stretch. Hopefully he misses over the heart of the plate like he's been doing so far up until this point.
And that brings up Javi Baez. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1.
They say the toughest pitch in baseball is a located fastball. I disagree. That nasty slider is tough to hold up on.
I think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Wilson Contreras is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. The 1-0. Hot shot to third. Moncada gloves it to second for 1. On to first, and for the second time in 3 innings, they've bounced into a double play, and with this one, the side is retired. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. 3 innings complete. It's the Cubs 1 and the White Sox nothing. Stepping up to the plate, Leury Garcia back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, man. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Scooped up, throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Adam Frazier. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. And a sinker's in there for a called strike, and he forges ahead 0-2.
Yeah, this is straight survival mode. Down 0-2. The numbers are definitely not with the batter here.
Grounded softly to the right. And quickly, there are 2 away. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, it'll be Tim Anderson. First delivery to him on the way. Hard on the ground towards short. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the White Sox. They're down 1-0. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And that'll bring up the multi-gold glover Jason Hayward. Here comes the first pitch. High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. And he'll look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. And that's high and off the plate, 2-1. Counts even to Hayward, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Hey, I'd like to see a little bit more discipline in that. You get a count in your favor, and he's swinging a pitch that bad? Not good.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. Grandal has it, and he makes the throw to first. Hayward is retired, and there's 1 away. And is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a line drive. But quick hands over there at third as he takes it for the second out. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And that brings in Anthony Rizzo. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Oh, that's off the plate.
Now the 1-0. And a curveball's by him that time as he falls behind now 1-2. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. Grandal gathers, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs, but they lead it 1-0. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. I had a chance to talk with White Sox manager Rick Renteria between innings about his thoughts on his lineup's performance. And he told me, overall, he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Now a swing and a deep drive to left, and it ain't coming back. It's a solo home run for Eloy Jimenez. 19th home run for him on the season as the White Sox have come back to tie it at 1.
Boy, this guy's hot right now. Hit a bomb yesterday and hit another tape measure shot today. When he gets hot, he hits them in bunches. This could be the beginning of one of those extended hot streaks.
So here's Jose Abreu as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, D-Row. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AB.
He's 0 for 1 thus far. 0-2 now as a curveball drops in there for a strike.
I know to the fans that probably looked like something good to hit, but unless you're sitting breaking ball right there, I don't care if it's middle of the plate. That's a tough pitch to pull the trigger on.
Lester's 2-0 home. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Now batting.
Well, you know what?
The catcher.
Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, D-Row. And to be able to hang in there on an 0-2 pitch and still be able to get a base hit, this guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I'm blown away by this guy, Dan. You wouldn't know if you showed up. You wouldn't know if it's 2-0, 3-1, 0-2. Counts do not matter. This guy trusts in his craft.
And here's the switch-hitting catcher, Yasmani Grandal, standing in from the right side as he takes strike 1. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Center fielder giving chase, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. And the throw in gets away from him. But they'll catch a break as the runners are going to stay where they are here as there's no advance.
We'll see if moving up to third pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go for third, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a hit.
Now in the box, Nomar Mazara hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Two balls and no strikes to count to Nomar Mazara.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
And he fouls this one off. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. And he'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
The pitcher, number 40. Ronaldo.
Stepping in, Ronaldo Lopez. And they're runners at the corners now. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In there, and it's 0-1. Hit on the ground to short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Sox able to tie things up on the solo home run. On to the bottom of the 5th. All even now at 1-1. Welcome back to the north side of Chicago. Back here at Wrigley Field as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And he told me the quality of their swings needs to improve as the game moves forward. They're struggling to drive the baseball into the gaps right now, as only 1 of their hits has been for extra bases. That makes it pretty tough to generate runs, but he said it's up to everyone in the lineup to make the necessary adjustments. It hasn't gone their way to this point, but that shouldn't mean they can't put together some great swings the rest of the way.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Well, that backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's a very effective pitch. If you can hit the outside corner of that pitch, it's unhittable.
Happ with a 2-1 count now. Hopped up. Moncada is there. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. So coming to the plate, John Lester comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Curveball right on the black, taken for a strike.
Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Boy, this is a tight one. You kind of get the feeling like the next team that scores is going to win this one.
1-1 the count now. 1 run, 5 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
Well, you know, AL pitchers must love pitching in NL ballparks because all of a sudden they're only facing 8 legitimate hitters in the lineup instead of 9. Kind of makes you wonder why any free agent pitcher would ever decide to pitch in the AL, doesn't it?
0 for 2 for him to this point. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call.
Man, this guy's in a good groove right now. 7 straight retired. He's locked in.
Line toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So they get a 2-out base runner here following the base hit, and that leads us to check out the league leaders in team batting average. And you can see that the Cubs are currently tops in the NL in that department. So a runner at first with 2 away, and that'll bring up one of the better clutch hitters on the landscape, David Bodie. Has a look, now the pitch.
Outside, that's the ball.
That hook stayed up in the zone. You can see he struggled with that curveball early. He's trying to find that release point with his off-speed pitches. We'll have to see if he can find the feel for that thing moving forward.
And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground, but a foul ball, 1-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Now a fastball inside, and he works it back to a full count now.
Good running count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, run first.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Cubs strand 1. We've played 5 full, tied at 1 aside. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Leury Garcia. Now the first pitch here from Lester. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and a base hit, so he goes after the first pitch he sees, and he's on to open up the inning.
Hey, D-Row, are you aware of this after that knock right there? That's an 11-game hitting streak. You think he knows it's at 11?
I think he knows exactly that it's at 11. It starts off innocent. You just want to get a few knocks to get the hitting coach off your back. Next thing you know, you wake up, you've been sleeping easy for almost a week, 8 days. Now we're on 11. This guy's dinner tastes different.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Runners off for second. Line drive to center field. Happ is right there, 1 down.
Now batting, shortstop.
At the plate, Tim Anderson. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. That's a strike to throw down. And Contreras nabs him with a strong throw to second.
Well, in my opinion, this one all came down to the catcher's footwork on that throw. That was just perfect. You have to use your feet to get your body into a good throwing position for an accurate throw. He did it just right, and he nabs another base runner.
And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. To 1-2 now.
You're lucky if you get 1 pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
A bouncer to the left side. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Nothing doing here for the White Sox. Still tied 1 apiece. Ready once again, Javier Baez, 1 for 2, including a double back in the first. Pitch on the way. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
Man, this guy's had their number all game long. Up, down, in and out. He's pitching very well.
Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. 2 balls and a strike to Javi Baez. Cubs shortstop with a 3-1 count.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
Smoke toward the hole, and this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. So it's a multi-hit game for him as that ball finds a crease into right field. And as we pull up our Cubs leaderboard, you can see he ranks 2nd on the team in that category. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. As he'll go after a curveball out of the zone to start the at-bat. It's 0-1. As a look, now the pitch. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and that's in there. Base hit. And the throw will go to second as they get the force out. So in now for Chicago, Jason Hayward. A hit in 2 tries so far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Line towards center field. Garcia is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. On to first, and they get the double play. 1 hit in the inning, but that gets erased. We're through 6 full, all tied at 1-1. So here's the cleanup hitter, Eloy Jimenez. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, pitching domination continues. Just a total of 2 runs on the board, so both of these starters should feel really good about their showings. If you love good pitching, this has been the game for you.
Hit in the air down the right field line, but this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
And this is taken for the out. Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A ball and a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fouled straight back. Now a swing and a fly ball. But no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. Now another 1-2. That's popped up. Kipnis into shallow center. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the White Sox. Score remains tied 1-1. Now at the plate, Jason Kipnis. No hits to this point.
The second baseman, Jason Kipnis.
First offering on its way. Bouncer up the middle. And that'll get through into center. So there's your possible go-ahead run on base now to lead off the inning. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder up, kept the ice water in his veins, and didn't try and get too big. Extends the hitting streak. Nice job.
You know, D-Row, I talked to him before the game about the streak, and he said the toughest part is he hopes to get hits early in the game to take the pressure off. He had to wait to the 7th inning in this one to come through.
Alex Colomé comes on now, and he'll take over with nobody out in inning number 7. Anthony Rizzo stands in now as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's 1 for 2 in this one. One and one the count to the Cubs first baseman. And some stirring now in the White Sox bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing. 1-1, here it is. Check swing. No swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so the potential go-ahead run moves into scoring position now.
Center fielder,
The next Cub up, Ian Happ. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat.
Yeah, I don't mind him trying to drive the ball in the air, but he can't collapse the backside, and that's exactly what he did in his last at-bat. Look for him to stay a little taller and keep that upper half a little bit more over.
The 1-0 home.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
Strike swinging, timing a little off on that one. Kipnis over at second. Rizzo on at first with nobody out. Cut fastball that time, but he doesn't bite, and now it's 3-1.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there, that cutter inside. And that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times, if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. The next 3-2. Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
Kyle Schwarber is into the on-deck circle now as he'll pinch hit for the pitcher, Lester. A high fastball is in there. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. One and 1 to Schwarber. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Ready now. 2-strike pitch on its way.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
That was a big strikeout there, guys. The best pitchers have the ability to strike guys out when they really need to, and that second out was really important at this point of the game. Could be something we look back on later when the game's over.
Digging in next will be Chris Bryant. 1 ball, no strikes to count. 2 men are on with 2 men out. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Cubs leadoff batter. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. Two and 1. Here it is. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
See, guys, he is human. Occasionally an ugly swing right there, but he's having a monster season, so I'm going to give him a free pass.
Full count, 3-2. Ready with the payoff pitch. And that misses for ball 4. So the potential go-ahead run moves over to third now.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
Ready for another shot now. David Bodie. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Belted high in the air out to left. Gone! It's a grand slam.
And they complete the comeback with a flourish, going deep with a grand slam to take the lead. You don't get style points in this game, but I'd give them some if I could hand some out.
Dylan Cease takes over pitching duties, looking to get that final out now here in this 7th inning.
Number 84, Dylan Cease.
Into the box, Javier Baez. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Ooh, wait, that was an ugly swing. I'm sure he's not going to watch that one on replay after the game.
Now this one is blasted to left field, and there's no doubt about it. Back-to-back jacks. A solo home run there for Javi Baez. And that is 27 for him on the year, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
Yeah, that was solid strategy going with the right-handed reliever there, looking for the right-on-right advantage, but he took that strategy and blasted it into the outfield stands. Got on the bump, just didn't execute the pitch he wanted.
At the plate now, Wilson Contreras.
40, Wilson.
As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Contreras in front, 2 balls and no strikes. That one's right down the middle for a strike with the fastball.
Sometimes you can get away with a pitch in that location when you're running it up there that hard, but not consistently. You still have to work the edges of the zone most of the time.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Mazara's under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Another good inning for the Cubs here, and you don't need me to tell you that these folks don't need much of a reason to have a good time. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. Jeremy Jeffress will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Kyle Schwarber stays in the ballgame after pinch hitting as he'll take over at first base. Josh Begley is into the ballgame here as he takes over behind the plate.
Now catching number 4, Josh Begley.
Albert Almora will also come in now as he takes over out in center.
Number 5, Albert Almora.
Nico Horner will also enter as he takes over at third base.
Number 2, Nico.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. 0-1 the count. And the pitch. Jeffress, formerly property of the Milwaukee Brewers, he became a member of this team after signing as a free agent earlier this season.
Yeah, I know he expected to get a longer-term deal, but these are the facts right now. He is on a 1-year deal, and he is going to have to produce if he is going to get that multi-year he's been looking for come off-season.
In now, Nomar Mazara. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Now a ball sliced out of play down the left field line. 0-2, here it is. This is on the ground over to first. Reined in. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning. Luis Robert will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Luis Robert.
Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Batting average down in the low 210s. Still without a home run and 7 driven in. In there, and he's in control 0-2 now.
The way he's been able to command his fastball those first 2 pitches, don't be shocked if he goes back in there again or goes up under his chin.
And the right fielder is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the White Sox. They trail 6-1. Jimmy Cordero is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Jason Hayward. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swinging a soft liner, barehanded at his knees. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag. So that'll go down as an E4, as he certainly had his problems that time at second base. So it's a runner at first as a result of the throwing error. And that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, Jason Kipnis. And this one gets away. And forget about the double play now, as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Well, when a reliever comes in a game, he always wants to make a big impression, but I don't think uncorking a wild one was what he had in mind. Sometimes it takes a reliever a little bit of time to be comfortable on the mound out there, so we'll see if he can settle in.
The 1-1 is a fastball taken high for a ball.
Just missed with that heater, but even if he wanted to swing, I don't think he could have caught up to that one.
All even now, 2-2. Yanked high and deep down the line in right. And it's a foul ball. The 2-2 is at the knees and called strike 3.
Well, I'm glad we get another look at that beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location, because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. Textbook sinker.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Jeremy Jeffress comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Good movement there, and he's not even close. 1-1.
Man, that pitch had the look of a fastball. Straight changeup, and the bottom fell out of it.
And he pops up the bunt attempt. Cordero is there, and he makes the catch for the out. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. The throw hangs him out to dry, and that'll end the inning. So a good bounce-back inning here after the 5-run outburst last time around. 9th inning coming up. It's the Cubs 6 and the White Sox 1. Back to the top of the White Sox lineup now, and stepping in, Leury Garcia. And Dan, he and his fellow top-of-the-order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1-2-3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action. They just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count. 2-1 count to the Pale Hose leadoff hitter. Pulled toward right center field. And a great start to the 9th, as this ought to be extra bases. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
You could tell he was thinking fastball all the way here, and that's exactly what he got. He was able to get the bat head out front and pull it into the gap in the right center. Now they're set up pretty nicely for a good inning after that leadoff double.
And that'll bring in Adam Frazier as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. High and deep to right center. Catch made out there in right center as the runner will tag from second. And he'll make it up to third safely here with 1 away. So stepping in, Tim Anderson, not providing much out of the 3-hole in this one. Hitless in 3 at-bats so far. The 0-1 on its way.
Ball 1.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch in a good spot.
The 1-2. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. And he struck him out.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Into the box now, Eloy Jimenez. And he lays off there 1-0. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Line towards center field. But he will make the catch on the hard-hit ball out there, and that will conclude matters here as this ball game is over.
Well, in a quick series like this, you take the first one, you're guaranteed at least a split. They'll take that every single time.
And tonight's comes to a conclusion, 6-1 the final. The Chicago Cubs jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. John Lester earns win number 7 on the season. Ronaldo Lopez pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter @MLB The Show.